Hi, welcome back. Aurum here. Today we're gonna continue our playthrough in the Wuthering Wave version 3.2 resolution to illuminate the shadow. So this is the day they update the second part of the story, which means the new banner is up. And I believe a second ago we have a 33 megabyte update. So yeah, basically just to initiate the quest, I think. And yeah, before we continue, we're gonna recap what happened at the end of Act 4. So first thing first, it's been, I believe, 8 days since the last video, part 4, part 13, uploaded on YouTube. So at the time of this recording, it's 8 days later. Anyway, in the story, we help resolve the dark side thing, the Sonorosphere in the academy. We found out the source of the disturbance. It was caused by a Sigrika emotion, and we deal with that. We also found out the thing, yes, Denia at the end. The only important, not the important, the only the overarching storyline is the Denia stuff at the end. The whole thing pretty much Sigrika story, if I'm being honest. So yeah, the Denia part, I can only assume either I don't think she Phraxidus. We know that Nifora is the Great Architect, pretending to be Nifora. I don't know whether Nifora exists or not, but since they give us a hint that Sigrika, Nifora, and Denia are close to each other, which means I assume the one who told Denia about this stuff is Nifora. So I guess the whole point of this is to make sure that Sigrika understand, to make her resolve her problem. That's why Denia remember what Nifora said, maybe. I mean, she does. I don't think she know that Nifora is created. I don't think even know she Phraxidus stuff. I don't think so. We will see, though. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna solve that now. Actually, I think that will be in the next patch where Denia patch come out. So this one probably related to Lucilla. Again, at the end there I read the Lucilla part, the summary. I believe this chapter, this part, the title is Afterstory, another segue, which means connecting tissue between Act 4 and Act 5 next patch. And the description, well, I will check the description in again. But yeah, so and finally, I think we're gonna finally meet the Ice Lady. I mean, not the Ice Lady. What her name again? Hyuki. I mean, yes, her name is Hyuki. Yuki Ice. I mean, Snow. So I don't know. Actually, I don't know the name. It was in, I don't know if in kanji. Maybe it is kanji for snow. Maybe not. I don't know. And she fire snow. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna see finally meet Hyuki. I don't know what the connection between Hyuki and whatever Lucilla doing right now. I believe it was related to a rabbit. Yes, I remember reading the description or something about rabbit, which is the one we saw in the dark side. I thought it was a metaphor for Sigrika, but maybe there's more to that. We will see. And yeah, we're gonna see the since so far we haven't yet to see the actual involvement. The whole thing, the Grand Architect mentioned the whole. I mean, I believe maybe it is Denia the spy thing. Even though Denia, I don't think Denia knew. Maybe she knew that she. I don't know if Denia Praxidus or not. I don't know. I believe she's not though. I believe she just bystander. I mean, I don't know. The whole thing with Grand Architect said at the end of Segue, I don't. We will see anyway. But yeah, so far the Fraxidus involvement is nowhere to be seen, and the thing at the festival, national celebration is done and just do normal, yeah, happen normally. Even though we saw the possible future where I don't know why. So this dark side is really is this actually big of a deal? Because during that last scene, when we, you know, entering the dark side for the last time, we seen the possible future for some reason, that where something, the academy engulfed in this sonorosphere or something, which is kind of weird. If this is the case, then I don't know. During the thing with especially Chisa scene, Chisa didn't use any of her ability. The thing that she did in the Honami City, I wonder why. I don't know. We'll see more. Hopefully, I will. I mean, I don't think we're gonna see Chisa this one. Probably only just Lucilla and Hiyuki, I think, and maybe Fraxidus involvement finally. So yeah, that's all about the recap and my speculation for the time being. Again, I still don't think that Denia know anything about, you know, the Praxidus. I feel like she manipulated by Nivora. I mean, Grand Architect. Unless it's not, but I don't know. That's probably Act 4. I mean Act 5. So yeah, let's go in and let's start the segue. Usually, just like last time with Luke, segue is kind of short. Understand? During Luke segue is pretty much a Luke backstory. There's not really a story, well, except for the Grand Architect reveal at the end. This time, however, is this Lucilla's story? Which I don't think so. Lucilla's banner is not here. So this is one thing that I talk about at the end of Act 4. I wonder, is Lucilla banner supposed to be now, but they decided to delay it? Unless so, the only way for sure if this is supposed to be Lucilla banner, I mean, is one. If this story right now, this Lucilla thing, I don't know, the segue thing related to Lucilla or not. If not, then I guess yes, Lucilla's story will be much later when her banner up, probably 3.4. Technically, next patch 3.3 is anniversary patch, right? Anniversary is on May, if I remember. Early, yeah. This patch lasts until mid-April. No, mid-April. I think. Okay, wrong click. I believe, yep. The convene is changed. So we have 20 days until this patch end. Today is 9 April. So yeah. May. The next patch 3.2 will begin in May, which means anniversary patch. So anyway, as you can see, we clicked. Okay, Zani and Phoebe. Skip. I'm still waiting for future fire team with Ameat as a main core. Well, not Fine Roof Tour, the other one. I forgot the name. Fusion something. So let's let's leave. Why the door always gone when this is technically the tested field area. It's supposed to be a door over here. I wonder why it's no door. Okay, before we continue, I forgot to do the thing. As usual, story mode, I will reduce the quality because, again, like what happened during Luke, the delay and stuttering. So yeah, 30 fps, high. This should be good enough for the actual story because, you know, I did this thing before restart. The difference is not really that much, if I'm being honest. Maybe my eyes is too old to see the difference between 30 and 60 fps, but during gameplay, well, anyway, I don't talk about that. So yeah, to make sure the quality, voice and audio, what am I saying? The quality of audio and video intact, I decided to, as always, reduce the resolution and FPS for the recording. Once I move to PC, this shouldn't be a problem. But for now, okay. So before we begin, let's check the event. Yes, I haven't done all the event. Okay, the thing gone. The summary thing. So I need to read it from the quest list, I guess. Oh, it's not. Oh, so the description is different here. Remember the description? I don't remember the description. Something to do with rabbit, help unsolved, and then Fraxidus. That's the hint that I remember during the summary reading for this is it's okay. It said Segue here instead of Afterstory Segue. Maybe it's the same thing. Rabbit reflect. Yeah, the title is the same. Rabbit reflected in shade. So let's read this. Read Lucilla waveline message. After the usual celebration come to an end, Lucilla sent you a waveline message saying that the root of the dark side anomaly remain unsolved. Yes, this is exactly what she said to us at the end. She hope you can help her uncover the truth. So we're gonna read the waveline and probably Lucilla gonna remind us that the dark side is not solved yet. Maybe we're gonna uncover Denia now. I don't know. Let's see. Waveline. Before we talking to Lucilla, is there any waveline I didn't watch? I didn't read. I mean, that use. Oh, we have daily. That's daily Milo. Share only Lucilla. Okay. Sorry to bother you at this hour more. Wait, is Resident using the cute emoji? Exactly why you see Abi. I mean, this is not canon. The whole emoji is not canon, I believe, because I mean, how could anyone have? You know what I mean, right? This is just for imagining. You know what I mean? Every single emoji technically not canon in any game because why would they have the emoji of in-game character like even in real life we don't really have. And not to mention whoever create the waveline, I don't think they update. Anyway, ignore what I said. Who are you really? Seem like our class student has quite an interesting bias against the faculty. What do you mean? I don't think. I mean, anyway, maybe I should add a new course, Turtles Guideline, from stranger to confident. What do you mean? Technically, I don't think you treat me like student. You treat me like uh Lakeshore, like Bloombearer. I believe so. Again, so far we only seen one our character in the classroom, and that's all. I don't think we have exam. I don't think we do anything school related. So we just do like we usually do throughout other region, solving issue. Anyway, not to mention technically we are a Belle College. So where are we gonna do the simulation thing? You know, the whole thing with Exos Rider, the class is still exists, right? Even though we know that Amiat the most compatible with Exos Rider, but then again, Amiat is not here yet right now, so I believe the Rebel College course about the thing, the synchronized thing, still a thing. As for its final exam, what about how to spend more openly with your teacher? Okay, you just making a joke here. What do you mean, Rover? I got enough class to survive. You don't do anything. When did we do the class? I don't remember we doing any class, Rover. I forgot to do something. Okay, I will gonna talk since it's been a day since the last time I record. I will do achievement reading. That's the thing that I do recently from doing from what am I saying? The thing I do recently on all of my playthrough just to remind myself what happened between the last video and current day recording. I mean, please tell me that's not a required course. Joke aside, let's get on to business. I want to discuss academies. Okay, again. I'm waiting for you at the college top floor. Come see me whenever you can. You okay? So yeah, optional. Oh, what is that? Teaching John? What is that? Okay. Are we gonna see someone from Teaching John? What's this? Oh, event gonna end. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yes, I haven't done all the event yet. Okay, so let's a trophy. This is what I got from the past. Well, since I haven't read trophy yet, so I complete this mode board. I don't remember. I complete this where. Oh, this is the thing. The anecdote where the rainfall. I don't remember which one is this. Moonlight Echo. I know this is Morny. Silp of Twilight. Heartbeat of Life. Perfect Tea Time. Look, maybe. Memory Catcher. Life is Beautiful. I don't know which one is this. I don't think it's Lucilla though. Like a bird. This is probably Sigrika, the happiness spell. And Rover Journey we finish. Yes, we finish Act 4. We meet Sigrika in the Dark Side of the Academy. We explore, which is why this is the 3 students. Okay, interesting. We don't really. We spend like a few minutes with Chisa, and I don't know. The whole thing with Chisa, I feel like they added this just to shut down other people who keep mentioning where's the older character. I don't know. At least not yet. Maybe I believe too. Chisa ability to cut down, the sonorous thing will be useful. I don't know when. I don't think it's only for Honami City. I mean, why would only Honami? Anyway, how about Sigrika? Nightmare, we did that. Riddle, I don't think we did any. I just follow the golden mark. Teenager not in Wonderland. Okay, Alice in Wonderland. Entered the academy for the first time, and okay. See something that I different. When we first entered the dark side, we using the pillow, but the other one is different than the other dark side. When we enter, is the black hole. So why the first one different? And why the dark side have the thing there in that room? I assume Lucilla make the riddle for that one, but then again the other riddle pop up randomly. So who actually controlling the riddle? I don't know. Maybe no one. Anyway, yes, the second time. This is in the classroom. Black hole looking thing. The third time, this is where, funny enough, I don't think the location of this dark side is same. So Chisa said that she waiting to meet the student council, and the one who inside, including Isla, are a member of student council. So I guess student council member, including Chisa, who happened to be there, got absorbed to the dark side. But I still believe that's not the entrance, because so far none of the entrance absorb people. You just need to go near it and enter. I don't know. This is need more explanation. I feel like they just it just worked or something. I don't know, but it's not. And this is the fourth time, the one in front of Denia booth. This they begin. Why Sigrika and Afterstory didn't realize something? Why this dark side happen in Denia booth? What's going on? Not to mention this one is different. Instead of black hole, this one is white hole. Again, what decide the appearance of the dark side entrance? I don't know yet. It's just they never explained it, I think. CG gem, okay. What else did we do? Observe the size change. Oh, Lilliput. That's I know Lilliput. Oh, fairy tale. We have battle, defeat, colony. Yeah, this is combat. I don't really need to explain this. Yep. No bird in flight. End of the ice age. This is mammoth looking thing. And that's it. All the achievement, trophy that I got during since 3.0, the beginning up until today. Yes, I haven't explored again. So there are a lot of information that I'm missing. That I miss. Because again, I haven't explored the map. So many quests I need to do what? There's so many things. Anyway, let's ignore that rambling. Okay, let's not do that. That's what. Not do that. This way. Focus mode. And let's go. Rabbit reflected in shade. Oh, we have Yeah, so the optional thing mean that we gonna, why this one light up? What is this? Royal Frozen Star Academy Square. What is this? I'm gonna check this. Let's track this. It's somehow part of the tracking. See, why are we, what is that? Yeah, why there's something over
リラックスしていこう。
here. What? Who said that?
そもそもラハイロイにいるナースロボットってナナさん一機だけでしょ。
No nursing robot, Nana. We haven't met the other the thing. We have Iris, Nana, and Sigma over here. Huh? No, it's this thing. What is this? End state metric. Invisible open event. What am I seeing? I don't know what that is. End test metric. This thing. I'm sorry, but this is shiny, like just like this one and this one, as if this is important. Cancel. End state metric is to the right of our over here. End state metric? What is that? Should I? Is it above? I don't know. I don't know. Let's ignore the end state metric. I don't know why it's glowing, not glowing, pulsing, as if it is important like the other one. So just focus on the optional. Let's go to teaching John. You see that? It's still pulsing. Why this thing pulsing? What even is this? Anyway, let's ignore that. Let's just talk with Lucilla. This is where we saw Ameat. I thought Ameat will permanently sitting here, but she's gone. I don't know where she is now. I mean, you know, the exoswarm Ameat. Hello, Lucilla. What do you want to talk about? What is that? What are you doing? What is this? What is this your ability? Your arsenal ability? Who are you talking with? I believe either that her mind palace or her resonant ability or something else. I wanna read, but I cannot. I don't think I don't autoplay, but it's move on its own. Yeah, this look like Herman Palace. So she talked on her own in her mind, but out loud. Anyway, I want to read what she said. When the bird glided across the sky, the song like insomnia last night. Okay, she has insomnia. She didn't sleep. And she tend to have exquisite taste in art. Should I know this? When the bird glide across the sky. I don't remember. But this melody, the skip. Okay, so sleeping, erase. Okay, next, breakfast, Royan style, trivial, erase it, blah blah blah. Okay, yep, this is just. Okay, so she always a planning thing in her head. That's what my guess is. How do you know that the guest is arrived? Okay. You depend.
まさか学園長が壊れたように独り言を続けるアンドロイドになったとでも思ったのかしら
No, you look like someone with the mind palace. If you know what I mean. Sherlock.
学園長は何をしてたんだ？
記憶の整理よ。
Oh,
私の共鳴能力
I guess yeah, makes sense. Again, I can state what I said, either the man palace or student ability or the forte. So your ability related to memory tuning. I remember about something. Not her, her anecdote related to someone, a student who have trouble with her resonance, which is I said during that anecdote that maybe Lucilla reson out the forte similar to the student. I guess I was right. That's it. Memory tuning. I don't remember the exact forte for that student. I forgot her name. But I believe it is related to memory. But that's why something wrong with the student memory, you know. So yeah, that's what. Yeah, my guess is right. Basically, is what I'm saying. Related to memory, Lucilla ability as well. We learned about the student, Rover.
人の周波数は身につけているものに残るわ。それらを正確に読み取って内部の情報を解析するのが私の
Wait, is that the
共鳴
same?
能力。
I don't think that's exactly the same. Wait, what the problem with the student's memory again? I feel like that student lost the memory because of something. Lucilla, however, her ability is able to read and analyze frequency. I thought anyone can do that. We always see reverberation, right? Is that the same thing? Reverberation? You know, the whole thing when we can interact with people in the past. Not interact, we can hear what happened in the past. Isn't that what we do? Is this what the difference between that and Lucilla ability? Let's see.
情報を運ぶ周波数は常に人と共にある。つまり、それは人間の記憶そのもの。
I mean, yes. So what the difference between reverberation? Let's see.
記憶を読み取って脳内に保存し、自由に追加したり削除したりできる。これが記憶の整理。
Okay, so yeah, the whole thing is the normal thing. The frequency is the memory. This is the ability to erase and add memory at will. It's exactly the same as the student. Yes. The first explanation here. This is not about her forte, but about, yes, we know that the frequency is memory. We know about this whole thing. This is, yeah, this one, however, over here, read, analyze, and store them, and then erase and hide. Yeah, this is the similar ability like the student. Makes sense that the student somehow seek advice from her. Rover, we just talked about this during her anecdote. You forgot, Our Lady?
だからこそ選び取っているの。あなたが見ていたように自分で削除して。
This is funny because if you understand, there is another movie called Lucy, and in Lucy we only use what? There's something from based on scientific knowledge, if I remember, that our brain able to store memory up to 900 years or something of our lifetime. So there's not any chance that our memory will full in human lifetime, in one lifetime, because it's just too like 900 years. Or we live only around, I mean the oldest people normally around 100 years, right? So I speak up, I mean, which means what Lucilla said here, unless the definition of the brain is different from the Solaris and Earth, but if it's the same, then Lucilla store a lot of memory then, a lot of memory in her brain. If she need to erase trivial thing like the song thing, like and the breakfast, it's funny we ask
もちろん
this.
考えた上で削除してるから心配はいらないわ。むしろこれは私の日常に欠かせないものになってる。
What I find it funny here is that we learn about this similar thing. The student, remember anecdote, but at the time in the anecdote, we never ask about the whole memory thing in detail, and here we forgot about. So technically the anecdote canon, at least the Segue one is, because it's part of the main story. But are you saying the anecdote we learn is not canon? It's just something else? What? You're supposed to know about this. At least Lucilla would say something. Remember the student we talked with during my last time in the celebration thing, during the New Solar celebration? Yes, that student. Yeah, my ability is similar to that one. That's probably something that she would say if the anecdote canon, but she didn't mention the student, even though we met with the student last time. Interesting. I mean, I know it's optional. No, it's not optional. The first one, at least, is required for continuing the main story. The first one was, let's see if I remember, the Lucilla one. The first one was when we took something from a faculty office. That's where we meet the girl, the student, and then we give the thing, the projector or something, to Lucilla. That's what we did. Well, not to say we took the projector from someone else in the other department, I believe. But then after that, we give the thing to Lucilla. That's the end of part 1 in the anecdote. So technically, we didn't talk more about the student forte, I guess not. I'm assuming that first part is canon, but the other one, since you can clear it, no, you cannot. Yes, you can clear it later in the story, but then again, those things happen during the New Solar celebration, and the New Solar celebration is over now. So those anecdotes all happen in that time frame, technically. Anyway, let's see. Unless she mentioned the student now. Why?
実はこの話が先ほどのメッセージと関係してるわけよ。
But the important thing from this interaction here at the beginning, this is something that's gonna happen. This is foreshadowing in a sense. Obviously, something gonna happen with her memory. It was very obvious. But again, that's not my problem here. My problem is that we didn't remember the anecdote we did with Lucilla last time. Even though technically that's happened during the celebration, the lunar celebration, which happened before this conversation. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, what? Why am I asking this? Are you planning to use your... Wait a minute. Is Lucilla Forte... Let's ask this. I want to ask this. Because I assume she only used that on her own. If she able to use this on anyone else, then why didn't she help the student whose memory is... Let's see, let's ask this.
ええ、検証したいことがあるから協力してほしいの。身につけているものを一つ貸してもらえるかしら。
What? That's not answering my question. What do you mean? Wait. Oh, when you said on me, not on my memory, on the item, on my... Okay. So yeah, I don't think she able to do anything with my brain. If that's the case, then that's a dangerous forte. So yeah, here, my student ID. What do you need it for? What happened with my student ID?
まだ持っていたのね。やはり深い意味が込められたものの方が簡単に周波数を読み取れるわ。
Is this the first time I saw my student ID? Is this the original student ID from back then, 20 years ago? I don't remember. Do we have new student ID, or technically we apply to the academy again, which means I assume we have our new card. But if I remember, Chisa found my ID back then in Honami City story. Is it the same ID? Or this is the new one that they made when I register back then in for 3.1, no 3.0. But was it on the look? And it's really looking, you know, rusty. I assume this is my original ID. Look at that. It's so dirty. Okay. So why you need my ID? Is it related to the dark side? What you wanna see? Let's see. Oh yes. Also this. Okay. So yeah, this memory. Enter the dark side, solve the final riddle, and encounter the bad Sigrika. This is pretty much the summary of what happened at the end, just to remind the player in case they forgot about thing.
正解だ。小さなもの一つでここまで正確に情報を読み取れるとは。
この能力を使えば漂白者君の実体験を映画のように目の前で上映できるわ。
My question is,
一時停止したり、コマ送りにすることだって可能。
since this is my memory, is Ursula looking through my eyes? Because if that's the case, I don't think so. Denia was standing far away in the top of the building. I don't think Rover saw Denia, unless.
それでシグリカの正体が判明してからどうしたのかしら。
Well, it's the anomaly. The set is court. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, this is assuming from the beginning. The image, the someone was in the plaza, but this is the talk in the classroom. When we enter the, you know, the dark side. Yes, we have recently a rabbit, which I assume a metaphor for Sigrika emotion. So the rabbit. I just realized something. The student ID, the one that I have, is vertical. What about so the one that Sigrika? I don't know about Sigrika. The one that Lucilla have on her model is portrait, not landscape. The rover one landscape. I don't know if this is important, but I wanna check Linai student ID. I believe it also in the outfit. Anyway, after this scene.
前にも話した通り、 モーニエが周波数を比較した結果、あのウサギこそ裏学園のおかしな出来事の原因である可能性がとても高いわ。
Really? I don't remember this. Compare the frequency. Is this the one when... Wait, what? Oh, maybe I don't remember this.
あのウサギはそこに入ったものに自分自身が恐れていることや目を背けていることに向き合わせる。
Wait a minute. Is this rabbit another thing? I don't think you mentioned rabbit. I don't think Mornia mentioned any rabbit before. Right?
覚えているかしら。
Did Mornia say something about rabbit? I don't remember. The rabbit lead those who enter the attraction to face what they fear and try to avoid it. I thought the rabbit is the metaphor. I remember seeing the rabbit and then the other rabbit. I thought it was Segrika and the other people. But maybe the rabbit just pretending to be, metaphoring Segrika emotion or something.
今も裏学園の異変は継続中よ。一部の学生や教師の間で彼女と似たような問題が発生している。
Wait, professor as well? I thought this is only student thing. What? If this professor able to influence the dark side with their emotion, don't you think this dark side exists in every city? Because people have emotion everywhere. I don't know. Although it's only student. Anyway.
組織長があなたとリューク先生に伝えた予告と合わせると、あのウサギこそフラクトシデスが残した仕掛けに思うと仕方ない。
I mean, I believe you. The game told you, so I agree. I guess. Is the rabbit related to Denia or something? In Denia character model, we don't see any rabbit looking thing. I only saw the pepper thing. You know, the human pepper. You can create them by cutting down pepper after you fold it multiple times. Anyway.
ああいった下品な方法で私の学生や同僚を傷つけるなんて、学園長として見過ごすわけにはいかないわ。
Are you sure that Praxidus? There's zero mention of Praxidus for some reason. I feel like the dark side is always been a thing, even before Praxidus doing here. Maybe wait a minute. Is the dark side the sonorous sphere exists? Always been here even before the Praxidus enter the Lahai-Roi structure, which I assume happened 20 years ago, because the reason why we sent Luke in the first place was because we detect Praxidus movement in the academy of Lahai-Roi, the Stardust Academy 20 years ago. So I don't know. I don't think they mentioned when the dark side began. This is something. The reason why I say this because Lucilla say, I make sure they get to test their own medicine. Even though so far I don't see any Praxidus involvement in all of this. It's pretty much student emotion, Shigrika emotion, at least for my understanding. Except, besides the Denia thing that we saw at the end there. But still, is that enough of an evidence to accuse Praxidus? I don't know. The only thing she thinking this because, well, the Grand Architect told us something gonna happen during the New Solar Celebration, I guess. So let's see. Is it really the rabbit? Is this rabbit related to Denia or something? Is Denia actually Praxidus? Yes, let's do that. Interesting. Yep. I believe you cannot since you really good as a detective because of your forte ability. Why don't you become an agent, a detective or something, Lucilla, instead of the president of the academy or something? Yeah, I wanna learn about your past. Maybe she was some kind of investigator back then in the past. Maybe, I don't know. I need to know her story. I mean, her forte is very useful for investigating stuff. It's like, so basically no one can lie. That's pretty much it. In a sense, unless if someone able to alter their memory, then I don't know. So I don't know how the extent of Lucilla's forte is only if it's the forte only seeing through the eye of the person whose frequency Lucilla's check, which means if someone doesn't have the memory of that event, Lucilla cannot see that event because there's no memory of that. So if someone amnesia or something, Lucilla cannot read what happened when they forgot, I think. Which means she cannot. My point of saying this is because our character Rover lost our memory. Not lost. We erase our own memory. Can Lucilla restore that? That's my question. Because if yes, then Lucilla is the key for our memory thing. If not, then well, it is what it is for now.
部活に学園の力を動員すれば気づかれるかもしれない。だからこそ少人数で慎重に動く必要がある。
Sure.
信頼できて。
Only me, as always, the main character.
つまりあなたよ。
What about Luke? Luke pretty much your agent at this point, and also my agent. I mean, technically. Yes, I'm again me, a student. Because again, I keep saying this, but the people in the academy didn't treat us as a student. They treat us as a college. That's why they're asking for help every single time. I don't feel like I'm a student so far. Why are you saying holiday assignment? You never went to school, Rover. But yeah, sure.
頼もしいわね。
There's no other choice, anyway. Oh, why the cutscene? Why the cut?
裏学園に入った人は多いけれど、ウサギが仕掛けを残したのはその中のほんの数人だけでしょ。
How do you know?
祝典の時にフラクトシデスがあなたとシグリカを狙っていたのだとすれば、他の学生や教授は何か特定の条件を満たしたことでウサギを引き寄せたのかもしれないわ。
I feel like this is Lucilla assuming thing again. The separation incident was a Fraxidus scheme targeting you and Sigrika. I don't think they target Sigrika now. Remember, I keep saying that same thing like Sigrika say. Why did? Because this is the thing. In the beginning, my assumption is the Fraxidus is behind this everything, right? If you check my playthrough, you will understand. So I assuming and I'm finding a reason, an answer that of why they target Sigrika. I assume it's something to do with the rune and reading. But then after we uncover the real reason behind the dark side, frequency thing, I realized, maybe this is not Fraxidus. This is just Sigrika emotion that she been holding for I don't know how many years and just blow up this year. So yeah, I don't know. Is Fraxidus actually targeting Sigrika now? That's my first assumption, but after all the thing in Act 4, I don't think so. And I don't know about targeting me. The only reason I'm entered the dark side because of you. You asked me to investigate the dark side, so I don't know if the Fraxidus targeting me as well. Okay, sure, I guess. I don't know if this is true or not. Should I believe to Lucilla? Because I don't know. And the pattern lie hidden among the affected. herself. So the other victim I know is Isla, but I guess there are more than her that enter the dark side using solving the riddle as well. I mean, no, this is something to do with Rabbit. So so there's multiple people enter the dark side pretty much, which is again something that I don't understand. Why didn't the academy prevent student to doing the riddle? That's the thing that I guess as well in the last patch. I mean, not last patch, last story. Why didn't the academy announce student? Because we know that the dark side currently not as stable as before. So the whole riddle thing is dangerous now. Why don't the academy prevent student to enter in the first place? Because if the student didn't solve the riddle, it didn't try to solve the riddle, then they never went to the dark side in the first place. Unless the same thing happened just like what happened with Chisa and the student council, where somehow they got absorbed inside into the dark side entrance. I still don't know how they do that, by the way. Again, I keep repeating what I said, but the whole thing need more clarification about the whole dark side. I feel like we still don't understand the scope of this thing. Yeah, anyway.
鋭いわね。彼らが裏
Why
学
is
園でどん
smiling?
な行動を取ったのかを詳しく調べて比較しましょう。
I feel like you're leading me to some conclusion here. Should I trust what Tusila said? I feel like something more behind. I feel like Lucila's scheming something. I don't know. Again, see, the thing that I said, with Lucilla as a president, she's supposed to prevent the student to entering the dark side in the first place. I thought that's what we did last time, but I guess not. My fear is right. This is I don't remember which video, but I comment about Lucilla's behavior last time about why she didn't do thing like a president. Like, I don't know, is this a story problem or maybe something actually wrong with Lucilla for some reason? I don't know. It's just my feeling. I don't know. Unless this is actually the story problem. I mean, the actual story, not Lucilla as a character. Unless there's something more behind Lucilla here. Because, again, the whole incident with the dark side, it easily prevented if, again, I guess I understand. I said this before as well, that maybe the reason why the academy didn't make an announcement that preventing students to enter the dark side or doing the riddle because it's on the celebration thing, so they don't want to disturb the thing because it will cause panic or something if they told the student to stop. But isn't that contradicting what I mean? We don't know if they're gonna cause any panic. What we know though, if students still doing the thing, they will be a victim. So the best way, in my opinion, still announcing the whole thing about the dark side and the riddle. So make sure that no one enter the dark side until the issue resolved, which happens today. I don't think it's still. See, I mean, we know that the issue is not resolved yet, but I don't know. That's just my feeling about Lucilla. I still thinking the same thing about her, like I did in one of the video, if I remember, it part 7. Before we enter the second. No, before we enter the dark side the third time with the Chisa. Before we meet Chisa, I talk about Lucilla there at the end of the video. I don't remember which part. Anyway, moving on.
それがウサギを引き寄せる条件かもしれない。学園側はすでにほとんどの被害者の情報を掴んでるの。おかげで条件がいくつか分かってきたわ。裏学園にいた時間、強い目的や願望を持って裏学園に入ったかどうか、 裏学園から何かを持ち帰ったかどうかの3つ。ひとまずある教授を調べたいわ。ただ学園のやり方にかなり反発してるから、学生のあなたの方が近づきやすいでしょうね。
Okay, that's the reason why I'm chosen, I guess. Because of this professor.
確執とまでは言えないけれど、考え方の相違から学園側と意見が合わなかったのよ。
So how did he become a professor in the first place? Who accept him? Maybe that was before he have different, we don't know how long this faculty people work together. I don't even know how long the academy, built. I mean, not built. How long ago was this thing exist? I bet it's more than 1,000 years. So it's probably an established academy, I believe.
人間関係のことはひとまず置いておきましょう。私は裏学園に行って調査に協力するわ。彼らが裏学園で経験したことを知るには、私の共鳴能力が必要だ。
Oh, you're gonna follow me inside the dark side this time. Okay. Interesting.
彼にゆかりのあるものを何かしら手に入れてちょうだい。そうすれば裏学園の記憶を再現できるわ。
Why we need to talk with him then? You can just go to his office and then took something from his office without even him. What? What's the point of talking with him if we can just, if anyone technically his belonging, right? Then anyone can do that. I think beside us, but sure, I guess. Yeah, okay, sure. I don't know. I feel like it's weird. Yeah, actually, yeah. Why we need to talk? We don't need to talk to her. I mean, to him. We can just take his belonging, and I mean, not just we. Anyone can. Like Luke, maybe Luke is technically an agent. He can move and go without people knowing, I think. And not to mention, the professor has a lot of belonging, I assume, and also, which means unless it's required a specific one, like the ID card, for example. And yeah, I don't think we need to talk to the professor. We just took the ID card or something, and then just here, and then Lucilla able to see what the professor see. Every single memory that he has. Her ability is so convenient, but somehow they didn't do it the easiest way. I don't know. That was my understanding. Anyway, maybe it's just student ID, and then not student ID, the professor ID, the teacher ID or something. And that ID always been with him. So how do we take something from his office? Is that something, right? This one? No, this one. Try to obtain one of his personal items. So it doesn't need to be an ID. Why we need to be us? It's requiring us as a student to approach him. We don't even need to approach him in the first place. Just took something when he away, and the job is done. I don't know. That is my take on this. Like, why we need to talk with? Unless this professor important. Who is this anyway? Anselm? I don't think it's Anselm. What's that? Your makeup. Some communication device, encryption, note, code. Looks like a button in the middle. How did Profer didn't realize Lucilla? Interesting. I mean, from our perspective, the player, we can see, maybe the block of you, but if I standing in front of someone and I'm looking at this object, my eyes still have a vision or the other area. Anyway, ignore that. we technically in the movie. So in the movie it's possible, but in real life you can see people move even though you're looking at an object. I mean, unless you focus too much and you didn't realize that people around you moving.
実はかなり便利なものでね。こうして通
See?
信機としての
Communicator.
機能も果たしてくれるのよ。秘
Yes.
密作戦を行うパ
Encrypted
ートナー
talk.
同士なら秘密の連絡手段が必要でしょ。
Okay. Why we need encrypted talk? The normal waveline able to be jammed, but other. That's what you mean? So we use radio wave instead? I mean, personal encrypted message. I mean,
もう時間がない。
you know.
そろそろ裏学園に向かわないと。表側の調査はあなたに任せたわ。
I don't understand why
そ
we
れと
just.
新しいメッセージを送ったわ。チェックしておいて
Wait,
ちょう
I
だい。
have a phone? What? I thought we're using the gourd as a communication device. We have a phone. Since when? I don't remember. Segue. Rabbit reflected. Reflected in mirror. We're still using waveline in anyway. Why we need another communication if we able to talk using our phone? I mean message. That's weird. Aren't people will. I don't know. Why we need a secret message communicator even though we able to talk normally without it in the first place? I thought it was because it encrypted, but then why you message me? This is open message, waveline, normal phone thing. Anyway, let's see. Read more. So over the College Academy. Greeting. Thank you for your trust. A file, reject subscription. This boy accepted first. What the? What file? Contain the best information about target. Okay, Professor Sevi. It's interesting that is this communicator will be important? I mean, probably it is a Chekhov gun, I guess. Because if not, then why did we even have the secret communicator thing? Because we're still able to use our phone, I think. Not to mention, I'm able to talk with other in the Sonorosphere last time. Remember, we talked with Mornye when we inside. We also talked with Lucilla when we first entered the dark side. So why we need this secret communication thing? Unless it's gonna be something that useful later on. We will see. But probably is something. This communicator has something else function that we don't know yet. But anyway, that's all. Again, I don't think we need to talk with Professor Sevi, in my opinion. We just need to talk his belonging, whatever that is, and then Lucilla just do her thing, her forte, and then we know what's in Professor Sevi's mind, and that's where we're gonna do some after that. So why we need to talk to Professor Sevi unless I don't know. I feel like we don't need to talk to him, in my opinion. Knowing that Lucilla Forte, in fact, this Forte is so convenient, in my opinion, that a lot of things can be solved without even interacting with the other people. I don't know. That's just my guess. This Forte is something about Forte ability. This also happened with Chisa, by the way. This Chisa, our character here, they explain his character Forte sometimes depending on the character when their story starts, but in the future they just didn't utilize the Forte again. Like Chisa didn't use her Forte during the dark side thing, I think, because I don't see anything that she did related to her Forte. She just fight normally, I believe. And Lucilla here, we know now that Lucilla Forte is this, but she never used it before the reveal right now. Even though her Forte will be so much useful in the past. I don't know why. Anyway, yeah, that's all for this this video. We're gonna continue next time on part 15. Until next time, bye.